I hope it was a lot of fun rather than frustration to use this Cycles path tracing right within the viewport. There is definitely a performance gradient depending on the GPU. Anyway, denoising should help with lowering the render times greatly, so we have the denoising turned on. And as for the light bounces, I think for the final render we can crank it up ever so slightly. It will make a minor visual difference, if any, but anyway, we can do it. Then, as a precaution to not lose the precious ray traced lighting details, I usually increase the indirect light clamping amount. This is my kind of personal superstition in Cycles, because the default value of 10 more often than not is no different than 50 or 100. The indirect light intensities or values pretty rarely go above the threshold of 10 anyway, so nothing really gets clamped. But if it was, it would look like that. See? Probably that's why I feel that typing in 50 there is safer. 0 completely removes the limit, so feel free to go with 0 instead, if you feel like it. Filter glossy at its default value. What else do we have here worth talking about? The number of samples for the final render can obviously be slightly more ambitious. 256. Currently the resolution is set to 1912 to 816 pixels wide. The percentage field can be used to decrease or increase this amount. I think we should be good to go. We can hit this render button. Oh yes. We will wrap it up here and have a look at the compositor and where we can take this lighting setup in the next tutorial. It'll be all about taking the scene referred lighting information that we are rendering out currently and passing it over to the Blender compositor, adding post-processing to it, maybe color grading it a bit, to extend our cinematic lighting workflow into the post-processing zone ever so slightly. And now let's do a quick recap.